Okay, so I kind of found a way to buffer this side hop tingle bomb Peachy cutscene skip. It's a little weird, but I think it is good if you're willing to make it work. So usually when you have this tuner glitch to use tuner here, if you pause and then in the game and then unpause, the tuner's put like in a weird state where you can't use anything until on the tuner itself you pause, unpause, or like open the menu, close the menu. But the one thing about this is you can pause before you pause in the game. And if you unpause and then unpause on the tuner, it's good. So like you could like delay the unpause on the tuner to like make sure it doesn't overlap with the game being paused, and it'll like still let you use it. But that's still annoying. However, you could do the same thing with the select button with this menu. And if you unpause at the same exact time on both the controller and the tuner, it just like lines up perfectly that you can use it out of both of those. So it's like that gives you like a reference point to go from. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna try to abuse that to like pause before this, quote unquote. So I have storage. I'm here. I have the tuner at the right spot. I'm going to pause to this or side hop and then buffer to this frame visually. The one I'm looking at, it's kind of hard to tell, but like in the middle of the screen, the torch, the right side of the torch is kind of the wood part of the torch is like in line with the middle of the screen. And then here, I'm going to pause, if I haven't already, with the select button on the tuner. And then I'm unpause both at the same time, and just mash the B button on the tuner. And this is like the start of the 2-frame window, and it should just work. Although, personally, I just tap it. I just time the tap. I don't like to mash. It's weird still handling with the tuner. Just like mash the tuner at the same time. But also, you have to make sure to continue to hold L and right on the actual controller like you do before, so it actually is the 2-frame window. So I'm holding awkwardly at the same time both of those things, and then I'm going to press B on the tuner, or select on the tuner, my bad, and unpause at the same exact time, and then I timed the B press, and then it should work. You can also mash, and if you could mash good with this awkward setup, it should just be consistent. There you go. And that works. And what I'm using to time this, like to time my little tap, is, let me unplug, replug again, so I can show you. You can see here that when you press the select button, it does like a weird like double scroll thing where like it like fades, like it slides to black and slides off of black. And you can pretty much use the tuner the moment it finishes coming fully back. So now, like once the menu finishes coming back on screen, that's pretty much the moment you can use tuner. So let me like try to show. Let's put it there. So I'm gonna react to when it comes back scrolling from the right and it finishes on the right of the screen. Like that. And that's pretty much what I'm using to time it. So I'll do it one more time. And then, yeah, I'll just show it real quick. And hopefully this camera setup's not too annoying. But yeah, so I have my position here from the normal setup, the normal position setup that you do. I make sure I have storage with, my cheats for right now. Unplug, replug, if you haven't already. Move Tingle to the appropriate spot. Again, this part's not precise. And then now, depending on how you target, your camera won't be exactly the same. But if you do it like out of this positioning, the tuner cursor, it settles like this. And you can resettle like this by just like seeing out for a little bit and then letting it settle the same way. But you can also just come with a visual cue like from right here. But this is what I've debugged right now. So again, buffer a side hop, pause to the first possible frame, and then now, if you haven't already, you can do this way beforehand, so you don't have to do it now, but go to the select screen. And then again, I'm going to time it the way I mentioned I timed it, while still holding right and L on the GameCube controller. There you go. Easy peasy. Hopefully, that's definitely a little bit slower and a little bit awkward, but if you don't like metronomes, it's something you can try to do.